Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? It is 12:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Of course, it's our weekly live Q&A. We're doing things just a little bit differently this week. We are here at the office. You can see that Haren's here with me live. How you doing, brother?
Finally made it to the HQ. And you know what? I am absolutely amazed with what we have created over here. And coming live from the official podcast booth.
I know. And we can't hear anything. That's why we've got to have these on. We can't even hear each other speak. It's crazy.
It's amazing. It's amazing. We feel like we just moved to the next level. It's just the next step. It's like, if you guys feel so too, it's like, just put it in the comment. Like, we are absolutely, feeling like
we're evolving in our richness.
Exactly.
Evolving in our richness. Love it. Hey, guys, welcome. I hope you're all well out there. I see we've got a few viewers at the moment. We've got a few thumbs up, which is awesome. Just let us know in the comments if you can hear and see us okay. The internet here is just a little bit dodgy, I will have you know. So I am hotspotting from my phone. So hopefully we don't have any dropouts. G'day Mick, g'day Tony. How you guys doing? Hey Bet, Ivan, Lingham, how you? Or Ling Bam. I hope I said that right. I probably didn't. But it's okay, guys. So yeah, if the internet does drop out, we do apologise. We're working on getting fibre connection here. It is to the building, but Telstra, in all their infinite wisdom, have said that there's no NBN in our area. Apparently, they haven't checked their records, but there is. So we're working on that, and hopefully we'll have that sorted out. Definitely have it sorted out before Eventi, because it's going to be pretty important to have things going on for Eventi here.
Absolutely. If you are pumped for Eventi, I think we did announce it, did we?
We did.
We did. So Eventi is gonna be online. Who's excited?
Actually, I tell you what, we did say this the other night. Well, you might not have heard it. It was on a leaders conference, but the leadership council call. So it's not going to be. It's going to be an online event, but it's not just going to be like marathon. It's not going to be, hey, we're doing these events and you go online from your own home. No, it's going to be very, very different. It's going to be something that the company hasn't done before, which is kind of cool.
Cool.
Now, if you hear some random stuff like we're just going into a dream sequence and stuff. No, we just got this new bit of kit up here, and it's kind of cool. We're just playing around with it, so it could be one of those days.
We do miss offline too, Owen. But making the best out of the situation, we'll call it.
Absolutely, we have to, right?
We have to.
So there are a few questions this week, ladies and gentlemen. But as always, you're free to ask questions live. We'll flash them up on the screen for everyone to see. We've got a window here, like literally a window right here, so you can see what's going on in the passing parade.
Exactly.
It's interesting. So if you do have questions, guys, just by all means, bring them up on the screen. Tracy, well, what is it? With what? Oh, look, Alan's just taking a photo of us. He might even be taking a video.
I don't know.
Posting it. But anyway, it could be possibly. But anyway, this is cool. Right, so Tracy, what your question, mate? Well, what is it? What you referring to?
Yes, please do tell us what it is. And if you guys like our new setup, tell us all this good stuff about how this is looking.
Yeah, did you guys catch the live video that we did last on Tuesday, wasn't it?
Tuesday.
When we had the official ribbon cutting.
Yeah,
very, very cool
let's actually
ceremony
talk about that. How's that?
Oh.
It's both our phones going on.
What are you grateful for, guys? It's 12:34. We
are grateful for
Eventi. Yes, absolutely, Tracy. It will be the surprise. The surprise is that we're doing it here from the booth instead of
If you guys remember, the studio. First episode was together.
It was.
Yeah.
Now, although this actually says episode 14, it's probably closer to 26.
I think we're very close to
Because we started this in about February. Because that's when you were here last. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy times.
Crazy times.
All right, cool, guys. The chime noise from before, Neil. There's heaps of them. I think there's crickets. There's dream sequence.
Probably chicken.
Suspense. If Harlan cracks a joke, Heron cracks a joke. A really bad one. starting to show you. So you can program all this to do all sorts of stuff. So guys, everybody can use this at the office. There will be booking sheets. You'll be able to come in and use it and create your own show if you like, which is encouraged, guys, to get out there to market your business 100%.
And who do we miss right now, Andrew?
Neil?
Yeah, he would have been the third mic in here, and the awesome.
And we still had a mute button. We could have, yeah.
Exactly.
No,
we got the mute button here.
Do the suspense again. I can't remember which button it is, Carmen. No, it's not that one.
So, first of all, I do apologize. All right, I am a bit under the weather, so if you hear some sniffing.
Right, we should get on with this because people didn't come here to see it, watch us lollygag around.
Lollygag, what does that
mean? Lollygag. You never heard that term, lollygag around?
No, lollygag.
Means goof off.
Goof off, okay.
Yep.
We love to goof off though.
Okay, guys, I think I answered that last week. But I'll ask it again. For data mining, I'm sure we answered this last week. I know we answered this last week. For data mining registration, does the email have to be the same as the one registered in the back office?
What do you think, guys? Actually, with that, there is a Q&A tonight.
Oh, there is. I was going to announce that at the end, but yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
Don't. It's okay. It's not like it was a secret.
Yeah.
So guys, no, it doesn't have to be the same as the email in your back office. It does have to be the same email as what you have set up in your LinkedIn account. That's what it goes from. And whatever email you registered with data mining, that's what you'd be using. Because the accounts do link, and that's the thing. Inside of your data mining, you can, if you've got the business license or the family license, you can link more than one account. So within your data mining, you link the same email that is related to the LinkedIn account. So it doesn't have to be the same as what's in your back office.
Yeah, I use a totally different email for my back office and also LinkedIn. All right, I'll be back.
He might be going to blow his nose or something. I don't know. Okay, so the next question is possibly someone out of India. It is, what is my CAU points money value of rupees? Does anyone want to answer that here in our group, in our little chat that we've got going on? Look, it's I don't know the value of the rupee to the US dollar right now, but if you look at what's available inside of the back office inside the exchange, the value there, I believe it's, and what was announced on Saturday night was 0.25 units, so about 25 cents US. So whatever the US dollar works out to rupee, I'm not 100% sure, but you should be able to figure it out from that.
US dollar to rupee, did you say?
Yep. You've got to really speak into that microphone. Tracy couldn't hear you.
Sorry, Tracy. You can't hear me.
Is that better for everyone, or do I need to increase as well? Abdul, you've just come in as well.
Let's increase it. How about now? Can you hear me now?
How you like me now? Okay, cool.
How do you like my baritone voice?
Oh, you're a dick. Okay. What do we need to ensure we do with our CAU account before we go to the public exchange? Haran.
What do we do?
Yeah, what do we have to ensure that we've done with our CAU account before we go to the exchange?
Obviously, KYC will be the first thing.
Yes.
Know your customer.
Yes.
Get your account verified. That will be the absolute number one thing you should be doing. And of course, purchase your more sound.
No, you got to speak into the microphone, bro.
Okay.
That's better.
Lost my thought.
Do you want me to answer the question again?
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay. What do we need to ensure we do with our CAU account before we go to the public exchange?
Okay. Perfect. So, obviously, first thing, KYC. Make sure your KYC is absolutely done. It does take some time, but usually 24 hours is the turnaround time. And KYC. Obviously, have some CRU. That's one thing you got to do before you have what we need to do before the CRU goes into market.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you don't have CRU and done everything else, then there's nothing to trade with.
I think this is assuming that you have got CRU though. So
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, make sure that your account's verified. That's pretty much all you got to do at the moment. More information will come out in your back office as to what the process will be. The blockchain's already there. So if you actually go and look in your portfolio in CAU, there's a link that will take you out to the blockchain that is there right now. It's not public. People can't see it. We can only see it at the moment. And your wallet is there. It's just not under your name. So it'll be under a string of digits.
Yes.
So if you go and check that, you'll be able to find out exactly what's in there. So you can literally go and have a look at our blockchain right now. It's got the 3 tokens that are in there. USDU and UNTB will be zeroed out, but your CRU will have a balance with it. So go and check it out if you haven't already. I think the address, if you want to go straight to it, is crypto unit, my.crypto unit.
Yeah.
.cc. .cc. My.cryptounit.cc.
You can say Explorer somewhere in there. We'll put the link on the chat. Don't worry.
There you go. If
any
somebody's got the
partners,
chat, then chuck it up. We'll flash it up on the screen for everyone. Can't hear you both now.
Can you hear us now? Much better. I fixed the mic. I'm sorry.
So Jennifer's not hearing us. Carmen saying, haven't got anyone knocking on the window here, so maybe they can hear us in here. Just let us know, guys, if you're still having difficulties, and we'll bring it up. We'll sort it out.
Cool.
Okay, the next question here is, what is the percentage per month that CRU is unlocked? Sorry if this has been asked before. First time viewer last week. This is a great concept. You guys have weekly. So thanks for that. Appreciate that feedback.
Sandra just came in and said we are absolutely fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yes, Carmen, I will make friends with this mic. And I just slapped the iPad off.
Yes. Well, maybe it's better when you're in Perth.
No. Lucy Martin. I am speaking into the mic.
Okay. All right. So, what's the percentage per month that CRU is unlocked? 1%, isn't it?
Yes, but it is a progressive increase after the 3rd month. Remember?
Yes.
To 1.5%, and it will continue to progress that way up to. I totally forgot the percentage though. So long ago.
Well, eventually 100% of it will be unlocked.
Exactly. If I'm not wrong, according to calculation, according what's going on, I think we're very close to about 2 to 3% of unlock at this point, but we will definitely confirm that very soon. Silly bugger. Yes, I am a silly bugger.
Let your lips touch it slightly. That's why I didn't want to change microphones before, Carmen. So there you go. Neil's just said 1.5% after 6 months. Now, keep in mind, guys, the lockup period for that was 350 days. Now, under the advisement of the SEC, they have said, no, we'd like to see that locked up for 365 days. And guys, we've said this before as well, but similar things happen with IPOs. And you'll note, if for those of you who are involved with the innovative transport, you know that there is what they call an early investor lockout clause, which means that you can't dump all of your pipes on the market when it does go public. You've got to wait 6 months before you can actually sell any of it. And
yes.
It's very, very similar with this. And because of the nature of what the token is, it's not just like Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything like that. It's got something substantive in behind it. Thank you, Gary Ryan.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you so much for putting the link up. We can see in the screen right now, Gary Ryan. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so we've got that one. Okay, this is a cool question, Sue, and this is a question from Sue Elliott, and it's about our data mining. Can 2 people, family members, be on the same LinkedIn at the same time with the software connected on each of their accounts? So generally, you'd have your own LinkedIn account. So I'm going to answer this question based on that you'd have your own LinkedIn account. But both of those LinkedIn accounts, if you've got the family license or the business license, can be activated inside of your back for your data mining. So you'll have your top one, and then we should have taken a screenshot of this. And then underneath you've got another add button, and you can add another account. So that's what you would do within the same data mining account. You can do that, but again, you have to have the license for it, the family license or the business license. But it is only family members that you can do that with, guys. So make sure that you're adhering to that, because you don't want to have your account shut down.
Yep, cool. So that's exactly what Andrew Hawks has said. So, yeah.
Do you want to put that one on?
Yeah, please do. Can you please explain a little bit more about data mining getting 1 to 2% per who?
1 to 2 cents.
Per who?
Per who?
So, I don't understand the question correctly. Sorry.
Yeah, Timmy, have you got another way that you can ask that, mate? I'll take a stab at it, though, while we're waiting for it. how's that money going to be derived for each of, how does that come down? It's the percentage, isn't it? So the money that comes in from the offers that go out, if you've got, and there's another question that relates to this soon as well, the money that comes in gets distributed amongst those people that have the database. So the company will keep a percentage, but it'll also, if you've got a higher portion of the database, you actually get a higher percentage of the revenue share as well, which is kind of interesting, which is one of the reasons I think that everyone should be jumping on that data mining now, even before the digital doubles, yeah?
Absolutely. And Mick Sedman, thank you so much for putting that up. Now everyone should be very clear. It is 12 to 18 months, 1%, 18 to 24 months, 1.5%, 24 to 30 months, 2%, and 30 to 36 months, 3%, and then 5% per month until 100% is unlocked.
Perfect. Great. Now, Tony's asked a good question here, Heron. Have you...
No, keep going. I'm just admiring our wonderful glass lady.
Sarah's right. This glass is a distraction.
Both.
I hate it when she's right. Tony Pipes has said, will staking contracts be wound up when we go live on the exchange, and will new staking options with similar timeframes be on offer? What do you know of that? My understanding, and this is just my understanding, Tony, and I could be wrong, because I am wrong occasionally, actually more often than not, is that... What?
Keep going.
Yeah, okay, cool. Is that they'll... Essentially what will happen is instead of being paid out CAU, you'll be paid out UNTB on the current contracts. Now, there's another question that pertains to that as well in here. It will work on a diminishing return according to the tokenomics paper.
Correct.
According to the tokenomics paper, it works on a diminishing return. So those that stake early with the most will get the bigger return on UNTB. And as we move down through the months, the return on UNTB will actually lower, and that'll be because the value of UNTB will be increasing. So the tokenomics paper suggests that'll be a diminishing return on that, i.e. the amount you get will get lower, the value will be similar. But my understanding, again, is that they'll be honoured but paid out in UNTB.
Correct. That's absolutely right, Andrew Hawks. And of course, Andre did an announcement last week on the summary meeting. And I'm pretty sure very soon Marie Antonenko herself is going to come and give much bigger further updates on the blockchain, because it's not actually far off.
No, it's not far off at all. It's so close. There's so many exciting things going on at the moment, guys. Hey, Gary's asked a great question here as well for everybody, and I'm sure everyone has a similar question. People who received free CAU but aren't going to purchase an EIP or become VIP, what happens to those CAU when we go to exchange? Do you want to say that, or...
So people who receive free CRU but aren't going to purchase EIPs or become a VIP, obviously those VIP members will be given first priority. We all know this, and this is very much evident in the Golden Friday sales, the data mining sales, and also everything else moving forward will be such a way. And the reason why free CRUs are given is actually an entry point to excite someone to come in and actually feel good about it themselves. So if at all they are not going to purchase any EIPs, then I would say it's on you, partners, because you probably haven't explained it really well. And let people know. So, go on.
Say that last bit again?
So it's on you, partners.
No, slightly before that.
If you have not explained it really well. Go on. So, excuse me. So the 350 or 250 or whatever it is that's in their account, in their TNG group account, it's still theirs. It's because it's still their account. When it goes to the blockchain, they'll still wait the same amount of time. Yes.
And so they'll have the time that it's locked up, and it'll be locked up 365 days. After that 365 days, they'll be able to do something with it. You speak... Well done, bro. It only took.
I am learning, guys. So.
Great question, Gary.
Then Gary, I would say, chase them up, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get them to do at least the KYC. At least we know who those CRU we could allocate to.
And you guys, and that is the other thing they definitely need to do. Once the blockchain's live and they've got their wallet, they'll still have to do KYC to be able to remove any money from it anyway. And that's pretty standard. Although it is a decentralized exchange, but that
It
will
is.
be different because it is it's a security token. It's not a utility token. But there's plenty of wallets out there that you don't need to KYC with that you can use, but you wouldn't be able to trade or do anything with security tokens, I wouldn't imagine, because there is the whole anti-money laundering thing behind it and,
Absolutely.
and the KYC.
Absolutely, let's not forget that. But Gary Ryan, getting your partners well informed, get them absolutely on the game on what they have, would be the first step for me.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Okay, another question here from Sue about our data mining. At some point, LinkedIn members are going to be connected to multiple new members. Will each of the new member be paid on what that person does? Or will the certain... okay, cool. Basically, guys, this is asking, will it disconnect? It won't disconnect. So here's the thing. The person that is connected to those people first will get the greater benefit. Now, that's not to say that everybody will miss out, because they won't, because everyone will still share regardless of whether they're their contact or not. Okay, if it's their contact first, then they're going to get a slightly higher portion. That's my understanding. And of course,
you're absolutely right.
These questions are really cool, Sue. We're going to go over them again tonight as well, and we'll cover that towards the end of this about what we're doing.
Correct. And of course, KYC.
Yes.
Know your client, know your customer, know your cups.
Now, Belle, that's not to be confused with KFC, which Heron likes.
Of course, we do love our KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay, another one here from Sue Elliott, and it's a good one. It's about Ugain, although it's not quite. And it starts off with, I must admit, I'm totally confused on this opportunity. Is this our card that our profit bonus, etc., is going to be loaded into and that we can live off? The short answer to that is no, it's not. That you're thinking of UG Pay. Now, that is still in development in Singapore, right? We're setting up UG Pay in Singapore. Singapore. So that's UG Pay. Ugain is the loyalty program for merchants. So if you know a barista or a coffee shop, for example, you could rock up to them if you've done the training and say, hey, we've got this amazing loyalty program. We've got a database of this many people in your area. Would you like to sign up? It's free for the first few months. This is what it entails. And then it gets explained to them. And in all honesty, it's actually a bit of a no-brainer for merchants, particularly in this time coming off the restrictions that people have had. And guys, looking likely globally that we're going to go into a second one. Whether we agree with it or not, doesn't matter. The point is it's likely going to happen, and there's going to be fallout from it. So businesses are going to be hurting. They're already hurting now. So this has really come at a good time for everyone, I think.
Absolutely. I am trying to kiss the mic, and I think I actually kissed it multiple times already. I think the mic doesn't like it. But yeah, I'm trying to speak that way. But what Andrew has said, absolutely true, because businesses are actually trying to close up these days, and big brands are in the same zone doing that.
Yeah, 100%.
And with this Ugain technology that we have, we learn from others' mistakes and we do better, because in our lifetime we're probably not going to have that enough time to learn that much.
Some of us less than others. The other thing with that, guys, if you think about what we've just said about Ugain, and you think about where we are with the digital, with the data mining, and what that can offer, that also has a chance of really, really exploding because of that. There's going to be big brands that are going with big budgets. They're going to be looking to get out to the market and that's a perfect way for them to do it.
Absolutely. And if somebody really, really wants to know how this system works, has this been done before? Are we replicating something? I think it will get very close to Paytm. Have you heard about Paytm, Andrew Hawks?
Yeah, I think you mentioned it the other day.
Yeah, Paytm is actually based out of India, where you can go to any street vendor these days and you can use Paytm to pay.
Yep.
And major brands accept Paytm. Utility bills, mobile phone recharges in India can be purchased through Paytm as well. This would be the closest thing I could compare it to, and I think ours will be much, much better than that.
Yeah, I do too.
So yeah.
Eric, look, I see your question there. We'll come back to that in just a second, and yours too, Abdul, will come to you. Here's another one here from Sue. And Sue, thank you very much for your questions this week. They're well thought out. UNTB token, can we give a more detailed explanation on it? I've heard they'll be 1 cent when they first start, and at some point our stake CRU will be paying UNTB, not CRU. We've already covered that today, so that's cool. That's that part. If this is correct. Can you provide a timeline on when this change will happen? And will the same amount of UNT be paid in interest? I think we've covered that part as well. The time frame will be when we go to exchange. When we stop offering CRU with the packages, with the EIPs, that's about the same time that'll happen.
Absolutely.
And I think our roadmap suggests that's going to be around September, October, and we're on target for that.
And you know what? Based on our own personal experience, me and Andrew Hawks, our CEO in our organization always tries to deliver to people, and especially we have the online event coming up, and my mind is going towards, we should really make this a huge experience and worthwhile for everyone. And I think a lot of things might happen around the time. I'm just leaving some clues over there. Wink, wink.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, that's right at the start of October too. So it's not that long to wait.
The timeline checks out. So
seems to be legit.
Seems to be legit. And
as the follow up, the last bit of that question, Sue, you've asked about if you have 1,000 staked to 2.5% and you receive 25 released CAU, now valued at 25 cents, we will receive 25 UNTB valued at 1 cent. Okay, so there's a massive difference here. I get that, but as I said before, there will be a diminishing return on that. So it should all balance out in the end.
Cool. Since Shane Villaboss and also Neil Morrison is trying to answer it, and some questions are very much related to that are coming. Let's actually speak about those DM licenses that actually came up, and when you actually activate it in the digital double back office, the platform, and there's a button that says yes or no.
Yep.
And obviously, there's some little coding error there. If for somehow it's showing yes, that means you are already mining, because that yes button is to switch it off.
Yep.
So if it says no, that means you're not mining yet. So click no, and then you'll be done. You'll be well under the way for mining. So for example, one of the clients said it says no for him. Click on the red no, and it should turn into a yes. That means you are absolutely mining. Shane Villaboss, you have done it right. You are mining. You should see some development in the next 24 hours.
There you go. Eric, you've asked for a short summary on how UGain works. Pretty simple. It's very much like any loyalty program that you've got, flybys or even rewards points with an airline.
Yes.
So you spend your money with the merchant. The merchant, before it gets to that stage that you're spending money with the merchant, they've negotiated as to what they'll provide, whether it's cashback, whether it's discount, and how that looks. So you'll know before you get to that point what it's available for you. Now on the app, you'll be literally able to open the app and go, okay, what's around me that is part of our network? I'm going to go and support this cafe because they're giving us this. And all of that will be stored on your app. So that's good for you as the consumer, but it's also good for the merchant, because the merchant can then actually get statistics that they wouldn't otherwise track. Now, I say this because 90% of businesses out there, actually it might not be quite that high, but a good percentage of businesses out there don't track the sales data the way in which they should to get the most value from it. So this actually gives them real-time data that they can access. So they can go and they can check it out. They can say, okay, well, this client spent this much. I've had this many customers this week. My average dollar sale was this, and it works all that sort of thing out for them. So in essence, it's you getting a discount or a cashback. That's the biggest thing for you as a consumer. As the merchant, there's a lot more bells and whistles, which is kind of exciting.
Think about it, guys. Like at the moment, whenever you go to a shopping center, we all flip out our card and we all put it on PayPass. Yeah. Imagine this is a different way of PayPass combined with a loyalty program, combined with many more cool stuff.
Absolutely.
And obviously, as a proud owner of it and also a co-owner of this, you will be absolutely in the excitement of use our own technology.
Yeah.
And then that's how we influence the people around us, and they influence people around them, and then it spreads like wildfire.
100%. And even our utility token UNTB, there's a chance that merchants will accept that. So, that will be able to be used within the UGain platform. If not that, there may be something else, and each of the merchants will potentially have the ability to create their own through our blockchain as well, which is more revenue for us as partners, which I think is very, very exciting.
Very exciting.
Very. Okay, so I'm just going to cover this one here real quick. Abdul, what's the difference between data mining and digital doubles? Pretty simple. Data mining is if you want, it's lead generation, not necessarily for you, for your business, although you can start a conversation with them and convert them if you wish, but that's really more manual for you. It's really just a database creation. That's what data mining is. Whereas the digital double will actually have an artificial intelligence. They'll learn the natural language patterns of the user. I like that word, NLP, natural language patterns. So they'll learn that of the user, and they'll actually have a conversation for you backwards and forwards with these new people to get them to a point where you come in and then basically, for lack of a better term, close the sale with them. So
of course,
that's the big fundamental differences.
Of course. So in other words, Androx has said it very much perfectly, on how data mining and digital double kind of works hand on hand. Think about an existing database, all right, which is already there. You're taking it to work on your advantage. And then we human are actually, are limited with our own errors and on our own biases. And when that happens, simple. We can't perform more than what we can. Like, for example, I wake up in crazy hours for a meeting, and Andrew does too. And what happens is our morning is spoiled because of that. And we are tired, constantly tired, and we're not feeling really good about it. But this digital double, think it takes care of one part of your life, which is takes care of the sales and marketing.
Sleep.
And does it while we sleep. That's the dream. We make money while we sleep. And the and the conversation is also done while we sleep. So what do? We enjoy.
Warren Buffett said, if you're not making money while you sleep, you'll work until you die.
No, he said, you're a loser.
I don't think he said that, bro.
Well, Harin said.
Okay, so Mick, you've put up here, are there any updates around progress on Basalt diamond manufacturing? We haven't heard much in the webinar since restrictions around the pandemic.
I'm not calling anyone a loser. Don't hate me.
So look, there is the progress going on. The factory started yet in Poland?
All right.
Poland? Yeah, Poland.
Yes. With Basalt and diamond manufacturing, I can speak about Basalt if you like. We do had some of our clients with potential uses for Basalt. And
which is there's a myriad of them, but you told me about a new one.
And we potentially might be working with someone in the space of building construction to make some really really cool panels. So that is one development. However, I won't say too much because I think this week with the close summary meeting, our CEO might have some updates with Basalt technology.
Yeah,
and we might even invite over somebody from that space.
So yeah, guys, make sure that if you're qualified to be on that summary webinar, closed webinar,
yeah,
then be on it on Saturday night. You got a time for that?
No.
Is it 10 a.m. or is it 12 p.m. or 3 p.m.?
It will be the earlier one this time,
12 p.m.
as I was told.
So 12 p.m. Moscow time, Saturday for the closed meeting, guys. You want to make sure that you are on that. Cool. End of September, I guess. Mineral, yes, there is a replay of this. It's live streamed. I think Carmen has actually answered that down the bottom. So sorry, your sound's not working. Apologize for that.
Eric Moran, I will answer your question, my friend. What are mine contacts in the DD mining mean? So data mining, which is process number one, is we'll simply call it collection of data, compilation of data, and digital double will be the use of the data. Put it that way. Step one, step two, process one, process two. Neil, absolutely, you are right. You gain with no pain. Lucy Martin, you are absolutely right. Great for merchants, and it will be great for us.
I like this, Chris. It will replace greedy companies, yes.
Oh, yes.
So, Tony, yeah, this is a cool question. It's for the merchants, so the businesses, they will get it free for the first couple of months, but there is a plan for them that they will pay for it as well. And even... like, you've got to look at the value that it's going to bring back to the business as a business owner, particularly in this climate right now. It's anything you can get with where you can get access to a database that are people that are going to keep bringing back and that's going to grow. They're going to certainly be looking at that, particularly when they're offering a service that somebody actually gets back. I mean, flybys, yeah, sure, you can gain points, but realistically, you need sort of 100,000 points, which is I don't think it's dollar for dollar, but you need 100,000 points to do anything worthwhile. So at least this you're going to see it. It might not seem like much, but it'll mount up. It's that pocket change that we talk about on occasion. And when I'm saying pocket change, you can literally change your life with pocket change. There's pocket change millionaires. They've used that. Phil Anderson used to do a program called Lunch Money Property. I think it was something like that, where he literally took that pocket change, that lunch money, what he'd spend on his lunch each day, $5-ish, sort of thing a day, or maybe 10, whatever, but put that towards property and actually created quite a decent portfolio in doing so. So
that's amazing.
Real cool story. Cool story.
Yeah, and if you really want to know how this pocket change are really, really out there and a great marketing tactic and ploy, or even a good thing out there, McDonald's, KFC, a lot of the top big chains, you will see value meal.
100%.
You will see pocket change deals. And you might think why they really emphasize on that. And I won't be surprised. I think once I read a scholarly article in my uni when I was reading some business papers. KFC, McDonald's, and A&W, if you guys know who A&W is, they make more money out of this pocket change sales, not on the main menus.
You're crazy.
And then also, Andrew, remember that good old upsell we talk about?
Yeah.
The upsells are at the price of your pocket change anyway. And that's what makes them biggest revenues.
Yep, 100%. You always hear, do you want fries with it? Or at least you used to. It's kind of standard now. Tony, you've got another good question in here. Would you advise at the moment to sign up for LinkedIn Sales Navigator to increase your speed of mining? And if so, is it cost effective? I can't offer any advice. I can only give you what I've done. Now, the first month for Sales Navigator is free. And as long as you cancel it before the first payment comes out, you'll never pay anything for it. That will definitely give you a spike at the start. Yep. Somebody asked me this question personally last week, and my answer was this. I'm playing the data mining game for the long game, not the short one. So for me, the long game for the data mining is to have as many contacts as I can inside that database, because that's going to provide me the biggest revenue. Now, I might not see a payoff for that I'm prepared not to see a payoff for that for 2 years. I don't think it'll be that long, considering that the company's already made money through data mining.
Absolutely.
And it's not enough for it to be paid out for anyone yet. Not that we need to, but significant enough for me to sit there and go, oh yeah, I definitely want that. So I'm happy to pay for it. But then again, I'm in a position that I can pay for it. If you're not, if money's tight, then that extra, if you're in Australia, it's $100 a month. That extra $100 a month might not be worth it for you.
Sure.
Certainly the first month for free. Yeah, absolutely. I'd try that. But yeah, it's up to everyone individually. As I said, I'm playing the long game. So I want that my database as big as fast as I can. The more people that come in and start using the data mining, the less chance there is for me to go out and get those people first.
Absolutely, and let me put a bit more perspective on the Sales Navigator part. With Sales Navigator, it allows you to go up to 30,000 users in your database versus the Facebook standard 5,000 you get. And if you don't have Sales Navigator activated, then what it does is it only adds in contacts on your first connection and to your second level connection. For example, I know Andrew Hawks, and Andrew Hawks probably knows Alan Nelson or Sandra Main. My connection will be only 2 ways. Okay? So in order for me to add someone beyond this network will be much more tougher, much more harder, and going to take much more longer time. With Sales Navigator, your third level is activated. Third level means it could be a person that you absolutely don't know. It can start targeting people from outside.
Now, if you think about that, and I have heard that too, but you've just explained it beautifully. If we think about that for a second, that increases your reach exponentially.
Absolutely. It has done for me. It has done for Andrew Hawks. We are no way telling to go get Sales Navigator because everybody has their own situation. But you want to achieve greatness faster in this space, take the chance early, because imagine when 1 million people are using this program eventually, then it's going to be, all our connections are going to be connected.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I'm just looking through a few of these questions here. We're going to come back to this here. Sue, you've got another one here, which is great. UNTB token. Actually, I just answered that. Sorry, apologies. Has the graphic design position be filled? I think we answered that last week. Should the total number of my contacts and debt be automatically updated? Okay, in your data mining thing, you may have to click the refresh button. I've noticed that I've been clicking the refresh button and getting an updated figure.
An update, yeah.
If you logged out and logged back in, it should be updated as you log in. But if you've stayed logged in and it's set up so that even if you close your browser, exit out of your browser, you'll still be logged in. So when you open it up, you may have to hit that refresh button. But yeah, it's all the data's still there. So I wouldn't be worried about missing out on those people because the data's still there in the database. And
Absolutely.
you hit the refresh and it shows up.
Yeah. Yeah, it is 12 Moscow time. That means it's 7 p.m. Queensland time and 5 p.m. in Malaysia, Singapore, and Western Australia.
And 9 p.m. in New Zealand.
9 p.m. in New Zealand. And I think it's 12:30 in India, Indian Standard Time. No.
7:30.
2:30.
2:30.
2:30.
Yes. 2:30. Okay, on the data mining website, let's check that up. Eric asked another good question. Does the mines contacts your LinkedIn account mean mine has recently gone from 5 to 6? Yeah, so that, yes. Short answer to that question is yes, and that comes back to that one we just answered about refreshing as well. So the contact numbers in there, which is what I thought you'd asked before. So the contact numbers in there reflects on what the contacts you have inside of your LinkedIn.
All good. We are like the. Have anyone watched the movie Up with this really chubby scout kid and also the very wonderful old man with the house with the balloons? And then halfway during the movie, you will see an endangered animal come and a talking dog. And the talking dog will come and always get distracted and says, "Squirrel!"
Yeah.
We kind of had that moment just now. Squirrel!
When we had tokenized, if we still yeah. Look, this is a good question, Mick. I'd imagine so. And I guess you're talking about a Trezor or something like that. Look, my value of my Trezor of my RSR that I've got stored on my Trezor still goes up regardless of what it's on. So you still holding it, it's basically it'd be if that's even available. It may not be because of the nature of the token. If it is, then there's still a balance of it. So you would and as long as it's still in your name, it'll still have to be KYC, etc. Then you would still receive that.
Absolutely. We are 12 minutes in.
Okay, cool, guys. This is a good one here too from Shane. This is something to bring up for everyone. We're inviting you to the second lesson of the first part of the UGAIN training, which will take place Friday the 7th of August, which is tomorrow night, at 2000 hours Moscow time. So it's in the middle of the night for us here in Queensland and New Zealand too. I think it'll be the very wee hours of the morning, so you may want to get up for it. So 6 p.m. here was 1. Sorry, 6 p.m. Moscow is 1. So that makes it 3 a.m. for us and 5 a.m. for New Zealand. 2 a.m. 12. No, 1 a.m. in Malaysia, Singapore, Western Australia.
And a lot of partners have actually asked what was the training last week, and it was more like an intro training, and a lot of people were looking forward for the test after that. I think our wonderful project manager Dragos has said that after this training you will be linked to the test to be an authorized UGAIN agent.
Absolutely. And that's going to be important, guys, for a number of reasons. We want to make sure that the brand stays what it's supposed to be, that it's not diluted in any way. We want the right brand representation for people out there talking to merchants. We want people that know what they're talking about. Not just going, oh, well, it's this thing and it sort of does this, but if you do that, and it'll make you coffee and drink your wine.
Make your coffee and drink your wine.
You heard it here first.
milk your cow and drink milkshakes.
Hey Shirley, I'm just flashing this up for everyone because this is a good point. There is a backlog in support with digital doubles and data mining, but they are getting through to everyone. So if you have got an issue, if you haven't yet sent a support ticket to the support email address, which is available in the news section, then by all means send that. If you have done that, if you've been waiting more than 3 or 4 days, then please get in touch and I'll put you in touch with the right people.
Yep, absolutely. And Neil, we do love that statement you just put there, my friend. I'm playing for my great grandchildren. It's all about paying it forward and also leaving behind a wonderful legacy, which our wonderful Andrew Hawk stands by to create legacy. This way you put the dream sequence music.
Oh, no, that's Nightmare. Never mind. Hey, what if the sales license and the tab aren't clickable? What do you got for that one?
Boris did say that if something like that has happened, delete the whole thing, refresh your page, and then try to do it again. And I definitely stand by that.
Yep.
Because I have a lot of friends who are working level 1, level 2, level 3 IT support, and they all have told me that 80% of the time that most of the problems can be solved by just shutting it down and switching on back. So it's Boris said that the other day, and that's what came through my mind. So close it, shut it down, delete the account, and then restart again. Most probably, just like the guy from Anchorman said, 60% of the time it works. Most of the time.
I know 60% of the time it works all of the time.
Oh,
is what he
yes, there you
said.
go.
Hey, there's a good tip here from our friend June Tahuya. I hope you're well, my friend. When you do, I'm guessing you're talking about the Sales Navigator on LinkedIn. So let's have a look at that. It's if you activate the payment and then stop it, as the sales team will get in touch with you and ask you what's going on, and then offer you a discounted fee. And that's a tip for anyone that's ever buying anything online, if particularly internet marketing things. If you back out of the sale, you'll generally get it cheaper.
Oh yes.
So,
Definitely.
yeah.
Shirley Cross, please do get in touch with
Yeah,
us.
please.
We will try to solve the problem for you. And Bixby suddenly tried to wake up. Go to sleep, Bixby.
If you're not sure who Bixby is, that's Galaxy's equivalent to Apple's Siri. They don't talk very well to each other.
Yeah.
So guys, not many other questions coming through at the moment. We're all out of questions here. But so this will be a good time to remind you that tonight at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, so that's 5 p.m. in Western Australia, it's 9 p.m. in New Zealand. There will be a live Q&A with myself, Alexander Neymark, and of course our very own Boris
Ojessa.
I can never say Boris's last name. But guys, we're going to be live streaming here in this Facebook group once again this evening, so that you can get your your questions answered for the data mining and digital doubles.
Absolutely, and hope that would help you, Eric Marin, with your live session. It was structured to be more like a training interactive session.
Hey, this is a cool question too, Eric. This is a really good one. If you delete your DD account and restart, will you lose? No, you won't.
No.
So what it does is, for those people who'd been on LinkedIn for some time beforehand, so like I had, 500 or 600 contacts or something like that, it imported those. And so, no, it doesn't. You don't lose them.
Yeah,
you just refresh and it'll put the ball back in.
Your LinkedIn is independent to this digital data mining
Yep.
process. It's just like a plug which you pull out and plug it back again, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Simple.
Pretty much. Just reset and you're all good.
All good. Cool. How are we doing? Good.
Hey,
Are you
Michael,
guys
late to
absolutely
the party?
enjoying this? Like, is this setup working?
Or is the other one better?
I definitely prefer this.
Yeah, but you're usually in Perth.
Yeah. Guess I'll have to move to Gold Coast then.
Well, all right.
Yeah. Gold Coast. Do you have any more questions? Because I would like to absolutely say something to everyone.
No more questions from me.
Cool. How many of you were actually in the last week's summary meeting and remember what I said in the end of that speech, of that wonderful summary meeting that we had? How do I delete the DD account and restart it again? There should be a rubbish bin button on your digital double page.
There absolutely is a rubbish bin
so
button.
it looks like a really nice and greyish looking rubbish bin. You just take your mouse and
Click that.
click that.
And it'll delete it.
Exactly.
And then you just re-add it. You don't even need to leave your data mining account to do that. You can do it all within there. Click on it, delete it, and then click add, and then you'll go through that process again.
Absolutely. I would say refresh it again one more time just to allow some time
Yep.
for the process. I guess everyone remembers. Not only stay classy, but I actually picked up something from a 3,000-year-old manuscript, I would call it. Do you remember what I said last week, Andrew Hooks? Probably not. Okay. Pardon me for saying this in the language Tamil. Tamil is my mother tongue,
Yeah, you can.
my native language, and it's a 3,000-year-old manuscript and by a poet and also an astronomer 3,000 years back called Kaniyan Pungundranar. You can call him Mr. K, our homie. But what he actually said was he wrote multiple books, and one of the book was called a Tamil epic. It's called Puranar Nuru. We'll put some links up there. Let's call the Book of P, maybe. But in that book, he actually wrote a poem, and the first line of the poem actually says, Yadum Ure Yavarum Keli. And what it means is, Yadum Ure means regardless wherever you are, which country you are, whichever nation you are, whichever universe you are, we are all connected. So it directly translates to, I am a world citizen, and everyone is my brother and sister. Or they will say kin and kids. So that was a wonderful, wonderful, powerful statement to give. And he followed that up by saying that a news about our people's character and how that affects everyone. So he said, when there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is love in the home. When there's love in the home, there is harmony in the nation, harmony and order in the nation. When there's harmony and order in the nation, there is peace in the world. So I definitely left that statement, and I would like to share that with all of you. And I think whatever that we do, whatever that we are doing with the new economic evolution of the world, definitely fits with this 3,000-year-old poet and astronomer Sid. So with that, that's all went through my mind last week, and I wanted to share that with you guys again. So Andrew, back to you.
That's awesome, bro. A little bit of a tear in your eye. I've certainly got one of mine. No,
so with that from me, stay classy, everyone.
Mic drop. He's out of here. No, that was awesome, bro. You always come up with the coolest stories and parables. I really appreciate them. All right, guys. There are no other questions coming through, so much respect and love to you guys. Thank you very much for spending an hour with us again this week. We will be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, giddy up, get out there and make it happen for yourselves, because if you don't make it happen for yourself, it won't happen. With that, paka paka, ka kite anō, arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
We think of some other languages. But anyway, guys, see you later.
Peitu means in Tamil means see you soon. Peitu Vanga.
Peitu Vanga. All right, guys, having a good one. Love you all. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Take care. Remember, 7 p.m. tonight for that live Q&A for the data mining here in the Asia Pacific Facebook group. We will see you there.